Good morning, everyone. It's April 23rd. Nice April day. Finally, the snow is gone. We can take a bike ride. Now, of course, this being Sudbury, it's not exactly the greatest conditions for biking, period. But as you can see, nothing's been cleaned yet. The bike lane is supposed to be on the road, but yeah, they let cars park in this one. The sidewalk's a mess, and kids bike down this sidewalk every day to go to school. Just goes to show what the city thinks of us. Anyway, I'm on my way to downtown to meet a nice girl from the CBC. You know, that big news company that run by government. Now this is supposed to be the bike lane, you know. You can't even see it under all this sand and gunk and garbage. Anyway, I'm off to see this girl from the CBC for an interview. I've been making a lot of noise lately, just trying to get some more secure bike parking. I'm disabled. I can't drive some days I can, but I sure can't walk to downtown from where I live. It's only about 2.5 kilometers, maybe 3, something like that. But my back can't do the ride. I can't even get to the corner store with the way my back is. Anyway, there's little to no secure bike parking here in Sudbury. What they call bike parking is just a post on the side of the road. Theft is very, very, very big downtown. I hate to say I don't trust bringing my bike downtown, and that's even if there is parking down there. You'll see when I show up, the mall has none where we're meeting. So I'm going down through the flour mill right now.
Oh boy.
Stop. You know, I'm supposed to stop as a pedestrian because I am allowed on the sidewalk as a disabled person. There's a point I've been trying to get across to a lot of people. Disabled people in Canada are allowed to use a bicycle as a mobility aid. This is what I'm trying to get across to a lot of people. Anyway, so we're off almost to Notre Dame, where there's an actual bike lane separated from traffic. This is Notre Dame right here. I'm just gonna cut through this area to get out of this guy's way. And there's the bike lane. I know, you're asking yourself, what bike lane? It's all sand. That's all there is. It's about an inch thick and wet. It is thick. Very hard to get through.
It's supposed to be a bike path.
They still haven't done the street cleaning or anything. Obviously, the streets are clean. If you look at them, there's no sand on the road. It's all on the sidewalk and what little bit of a bike lane there is. How nice of them. Really. Even the paint's worn off the road in most parts. There you can finally see that there's a bike lane. And there it's gone. Anyway, the city says they're starting to do street sweeping this week, so, but whether or not they get to the sidewalks and bike lanes, that's a whole other battle. Sudbury's not bad, honestly, to bike in. If it's summer, you use the multi-use trails, and well, you gotta have your face on a swivel. You know, you gotta watch for people like this. We just drove into the crossing for pedestrians. That is so common around here.
CBC.
But if you're away from major roads like this, it's not too horrible. However, was last year hit by a car on a road not like this. Actually, it's the one I just came off of. I'm still recovering a year later. Anyway, I'm making noise getting bike parking done up in Sudbury. There's no way for us to park our bikes, and theft is just huge. So far, I've had the New Sudbury Mall agree to put a rack outside every door with a camera. Every door has a camera, so you're going to have a point of view if someone takes your bike, and a theft deterrent. So to start, Health Sciences North has metal boxes. Maybe we'll take a ride up there someday. They have these great big steel boxes. You put your bike in, use your own lock, and a thief can't even tell if there's a bike in. Look at all that sand. Look at it. That still is a bike lane. They just finished it last fall. And then look at all that sand. It's so hard to get around this city as a disabled person. They don't give a shit. This city doesn't give a rat's ass about you if you're disabled. Only if you drive.
When we clean this up.
Trying to change that. Thankfully, this Erica, her name is, at CBC. This is the second time she's interviewed me for bike infrastructure in Sudbury. Now, the article is supposed to be live Friday, the end of the week, which it wasn't. CBC, I guess, got backed up. Maybe she didn't meet her deadline and it might be up today. Who knows? It'll be there. I will definitely be making a video. Since I can't share news on social media, I'm going to make a video. Just to read it, go through, and let you guys know what's been done in Sudbury. Stuck at a red light. Okay, no problem. Green light. Let's go. Go, go, go. Oh wait, there's so much bloody sand you can't push through. It's like this short trip just one way. It was leg day all in one direction. That's how bad this sand is. They could have swept this up 2 weeks ago. Easy. The bike lanes, according to bylaws, yes, they have a bylaw to close bike lanes in the winter in this town. They opened April 1st. They should have been cleaned April 1st, if you ask me. There's a whole new section. They just built it last summer. I'm going to take you guys on another ride later after they clean it to show you, if you look my previous video, the bike lane from hell, the Paris Notre Dame bikeway. I'm going to go down it again. It's been 18 months and show you just how little work has been done. So stay tuned for that. Nice person with a walker going uphill full of sand. Lucky them. Almost downtown at least. See, it's not very far. I started the video in the neighborhood I live in. So it's not far. It's hardly a ride. But most people drive. They complain about parking downtown. One thing to point out about that,
right there, some stupid...
downtown Sudbury has about 4,000 parking spots for cars, and they still complain there's not enough. You know how much secure bike parking there is for bikes? Zero. Zero. They call a post on the side of the road bike parking. Nuh-uh. Nobody's gonna stop somebody with an angle grinder just cutting your lock off on the sidewalk. They don't care. We need to change that. We need to change the common decency of people, which unfortunately in Sudbury is going to be very hard. If you've seen any of the 2 letters I've written to the newspapers, and they've been published and commented on, yeah. Let's just put it bluntly, a lot of people in this town, when it comes to bikes, are assholes. Okay? They think they're more important. Just because they have a car, they're better than you. So I made it downtown. Notice something, this is a major mall. So far, not a single place to park a bike. No racks along the walls, nothing along the door, nothing inside. This is a ramp up to a parking garage. No parking for bikes up there either. Here's a bank. No parking for bikes. Still going. No parking. Come on. Yeah. There's an Asian restaurant and a clothing store here. No parking for bikes. You're supposed to use that post in the freaking ground. That's the city's idea of parking. I'm at my meeting place. Still no place to park a bike. And there's a Service Ontario office just straight ahead. And this is the main entrance. Nothing. No place to put your bike. Oh well. Stay tuned for the next video, because it's going to be a fun one. I'm just doing the interview. I should point out, across the street, the CBC office has a caged-in area for employees to park their bikes. That's right, caged. Full bars like you're in prison. And I'm done my interview. Back home. Actually, I had to make a stop first. Go around this nice lady and her little pooch. Oh yeah, that guy I forgot to mention. The man who owns Smokes Poutinery right where I stopped gave us both a free poutine just for being there, I guess. He's a nice man, so I had a nice meal. I had a nice snack, so thank you. I forget your name. The owner of Smokes Poutinery downtown. Nice man. Alright, back to Notre Dame. I gotta cross the street here to get to the trail I want to take home. I mentioned on the way there's trails throughout Sudbury that avoid traffic. While I'm on my way back, I'm going to take one of those trails.
Trail's
Yeah,
closed.
little did I know, it's closed. Some kind of public announcement would have been nice, like, hey, we're doing construction on this trail, it's closed, so you can't bike or walk on it. They'd have done it for a road. Put it on the radio. Hey everybody, there's construction on LaSalle. Go around. Nope, no such courtesy for people who need to walk or bike or use their scooters or anything. Another fail for Sudbury. I know it sounds like a bitching lot. That's the point of this video. This could be a bike lane. This could be, but it's not. There's lots of places throughout the city where you got that little bit of asphalt between the road and the sidewalk that could be a bike lane, but it isn't. Yeah, I don't even know why it's there. But here's the kicker. Across the street, what do you got? What? A bike lane? No way! On the same freaking area. Like, I don't understand it. Almost all of LaSalle has that, and the Kingsway, but it's not a bike lane, it's just there. You can't even walk on it. They didn't even cut the curbs. Anyway, back to the street cleaning. Still not, this is going uphill. It's still not an inch thick and wet. Here goes another cyclist. Gave me a nice wave, so like just hi. That was pretty cool. Anyway, if you think what I pointed out down below there was bad, wait till you get to the top of the hill. This is a long hill. It's good for your legs, good for your cardio, that's for sure. I like it. But the sand just makes it harder. I can't wait for them to clean it. You know the sad part? I found out recently. I don't know. Do you know where Whitehorse is? Anybody? Take a guess. It's in that place where Canada no longer has provinces. We have territories. It's in the Arctic Circle. They have more bike lanes than Sudbury does. And we're just in northern Ontario. Which they also plow year round. Which Sudbury does not do. Why? Because we have winter. We have snow. Explain that to me. A place in the Arctic Circle can clear it, but a place in northern Ontario. That's just a screw you, we're too cheap answer, basically. Alright, red light. Stop! There's no lights put up for bikes, which confuses the hell out of the cars. See, on a bike lane like this, we're supposed to follow the traffic lights. I have gotten into so many arguments with drivers once the light goes green, but the pedestrian crossing light is still saying, don't walk. Yeah, you're not supposed to cross. The pedestrian light says don't cross. Well, guess what, lady? I follow the street lights on a bike path like this. It's part of the road. It's just separated. It's a separated bike path from the road. It's not part of the sidewalk. I wish people would learn. Actually, come to think of it, that person I was just kind of mocking damn near hit me because I was crossing the road at a green light when the pedestrian light said don't cross. She damn near hit me entering a parking lot. I guess maybe that's why she was so angry. She's trying to cut traffic, you know? Get through there fast. So, but you gotta yield to somebody. I am technically opposing traffic. I am oncoming traffic on these bike lanes. I'm not a pedestrian. I don't follow the pedestrian signals. I don't have to get off of a bike and walk. Like, actually, technically, as a disabled person, I don't have to, period. I can notice here the bus is stopping, so I'm going around. And stop. Go! Back in an inch full of mud. Ugh. I'm surprised nothing's happened. No idiots pulled a right hook on me. Nobody's tried to, block the crossing. It's got to be a first. I can't wait till the city, if I stress the if. Oh shoot, there's another car blocking a crosswalk. Never mind. Anyway, if they ever finish the bike infrastructure, you know that trail I was going to take? It goes alongside behind that mall, all the way down here. No traffic. It's really nice. It's too bad it's under construction. Anyway, it'd be nice when they finish their plan. It was supposed to be done, I think they said 2030, but they are a good 4 years behind. It's never going to get done. Ooh, red light. Nowhere for anywhere marking for a bike to stop. They just, yeah, this is still a bike lane and they didn't even put it through the intersection. It just stops, becomes a sidewalk, no crossing for the bike, and then becomes a bike lane on the other side of the road. Like, what the fork? Honestly, what were they thinking? They want us to follow these certain rules. Okay, cross through bike crossings, blah blah, etc. But they don't make it. What? Oh, back on the bike lane. What do you know? Without a crossing. I don't understand this city. If you notice, every entrance to a business has a bike crossing. Somewhere under that sand. You can kind of make it out. But that one intersection, it just stops dead before it even gets to the intersection. They're like, you're on your own. I don't care. You're on your own. We ain't digging this up and putting in 1.5 or 2 feet of pavement for you to cross through. I wonder why people don't want to bike in this city. It is very dangerous. I'll give it, like, very. I'd rather walk in the middle of the road than be on a bike. At least if you're walking, the cars will go around you. Burger King. Yay. Finally, a car that stops where they're supposed to. People getting off the bus, so alright, doors are closed, we're good. But at least this intersection goes fully through for bikes. They have a place to stop. That poor girl, I think she thought I was gonna go through. But it's not uncommon. I'll give it that. People just go through. They're that's just rude, if you ask me. You got a red light. It's their turn to cross. Frickin' stop. Same goes for the cars. It's funny how a lot of people on bikes know more about the traffic laws than the people in the friggin' cars. Kind of sad, but then again, most of us do have our driver's license, but we bike a lot, so we don't develop these horrible, deadly habits. Police do it. Actually, I just read a news article yesterday. Speed cameras, red light cameras, they have fined millions of dollars worth in tickets for police cars speeding and going through red lights. Believe that? In just one town. I don't know if they get a free pass, but way to set an example. Oh, another bus stop. And another car blocking the pedestrian crossing. But he's not in my way, so I'm just gonna keep going. At least I saw he was looking at me. If he wasn't, if he was looking the other way, I would have just honked my 120 decibel horn. He would have heard me. That's for darn sure. You know, I was just watching a video of what it's like biking in the Netherlands. When you compare it to this is suicide. It's crazy. They call this infrastructure crazy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna move. If Trump ain't enough of a reason to leave North America, I don't know what is. Maybe the biking in the Netherlands. I was telling my wife the other day, hey, what do you think about moving to Whitehorse? Wouldn't be too bad. 24-hour sun, 24-hour night would be a little, but the biking's better. I'll give it that. It was we could call it a backhoe down the street. I don't know how the city expects something that big to go around you on the street. But at least they're going about the same speed as you. You'll never catch me on the road, I don't care. Especially this one. It's 5 lanes just at this point. There's a point further down, it goes to 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, eight lanes at one intersection with that pork. Time to get off this road. Here's the bad part. None of these intersections have a crossing for bikes to go across to get to another side street or something. Well, this is what I need to do. There's a bike lane on the other side of this intersection on the road I need to go, but there's no crossing. And then they tell you, oh, bikes can't go in the pedestrian crossing. How the fork else am I supposed to get across the street? Really? Can't join traffic coming off the bike lane. There's my signal, but oh, Bimbo didn't wait.
Thanks for yielding, Bimbo.
What? Go figure. Green light, go. You know, that's pretty typical. I've noticed in Sudbury. Green light mean go. I don't care if people need to cross. There's construction here, yeah, but there's a bike lane on the side of the road there. Just stupid. Oh well. Hope you enjoyed this ride downtown. Stay tuned for my video. It's going to include the CBC radio news interview. Till then, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. All right?